close back. So born again Christian, you are open door into the. You are an open door into the love for people.
Welcome back, guys.
I'm Nini.
I'm Kevin.
And if you're new to this channel, we post hiking vlogs on Monday, challenges on Friday, and we're gonna start posting Christian contents. So if you're new to this channel, hit the subscribe button, press the like button, and comment below that you did subscribe.
Yup. What should they write if they do subscribe?
I subscribed!
Woo! Guys, for today, we're gonna start a new segment. We will post Christian content, like she said in the beginning, and we're gonna start a new series. We're just basically gonna take on some topics of Christianity and discuss it.
The reason why we're doing this is because we started YouTube as a hobby, a fun hobby that you guys can come on a journey with us. But there's something super important we forgot to do, is to put the Lord first in all of our videos and to glorify His name. So this is the reason why we're starting this Christian channel, so His name can be glorified throughout the internet.
Yeah. So for the first topic, guys, we're just gonna discuss how to be a good testimony. And a testimony, guys, it's a huge part of a Christian walk and a Christian life. And we're just gonna attack it now on the first attack it. Why do I say attack? And we're just gonna tackle it first, guys, on our list of topics. And for today, we're basically just gonna say 6 points total. I know that's not a lot. I mean, 3 for me, 3 for her, but that's all we could do for now. And we're gonna discuss it more maybe in the future.
Yeah. So, as you guys know, one of the biggest difficulty as a Christian is to maintain a good Christian testimony. And we all struggle to live to please the Lord, which is a true honest thing. So, before we start talking about our points, let's define the word testimony. What does it mean? Testimony, it means to tell the story of one becoming a Christian. So, in other words, our life should be a beautiful illustration of God's love, mercy, and His goodness.
So testimony is basically how you became a Christian or how you got saved.
Yeah.
You know?
And now we are ambassadors for the Lord, and we represent a church. So therefore, we have to be a good example to everyone around us.
All right, so the points. You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, and then I'll go second, and
Point number 1. So, guys, all my 3 points is basically how I improved personally my testimony when I first got saved, when I first started going to church. So my first point, guys, is that God is always watching. And He's always watching me. So whatever I do, I gotta always think back in the back of my mind, like, God is watching me right now. Would He approve of what I'm doing? You know what I mean? And that a lot of times, maybe I think 95% of times, if I know I'm going to do something bad, well, then I think about it and I don't do the thing. You know what I mean? Because I know in the back of my mind, God is watching, like it's, you know what I mean? I shouldn't be doing it, so I'm not going to do it, you know? And that goes for like a lot of things, especially when you start, it's amazing. Even when you, like right now, after 2 years, it's still helping me so much. But basically, that was my point number 1, just that God is always watching and to be careful of what you do.
So my second point, I'm going to talk about your relationship with the Lord. So you cannot and will not maintain a solid Christian walk without any daily assistance and dependent on the Lord. So it's so important for you guys, for everyone, to have like a strong relationship with the Lord. How do you have a strong relationship with the Lord? By talking to Him, having daily conversations with Him. How do we talk to the Lord? How? By prayer, guys. It's very simple. You tell Him all about your worries, your pain, your struggle. You pray about others, you know. If someone's struggling, you pray for them. If you want to bless others, you know. It's a wonderful gift and it's easy to do. And you also pray by thanking Him for all of His goodness He has done. So by prayers, we're talking to Him daily. We're starting a conversation with Him, just like any relationship. If you have a good relationship, it's because you guys are communicating with each other, right? So same thing with the Lord. And The Lord, He does hear you, and He speaks to you. How? Through the Bible. If you read His words daily, He will communicate with His words. All you have to do is open up the door and build that relationship today.
So point number 3, guys, which is my point number 2.
You're mixing them up.
It's really, really related to what she just said. For me, what helped me a lot, it was super, super, super hard, but it's to actually read your Bible is difficult because like the King James Bible, it's in a very old type of English, which for a French guy was super, super hard to read. Still is today. But I went with it super, super I went like very, very slowly while reading it, and at sometimes I had my earphones, and this guy was like narrating the Bible as I was reading it at the same time. You know what I mean? It made it so much easier, and I think I finished my first Bible cover to cover in about a year and a half, maybe, or a year and 8 months, something like that. And it really, really helped me because I was always in the Word. You know, morning, night, and prayers as well, like she mentioned, and attending the services. Once you find a good church, like I did in Laval, where we're going right now, actually, they had services 3 times a week, and I went every time. You know, I told my cousin I want to go every single time because it really, really helps. You know what I mean? To actually be in church, be in the house of the Lord, and total, it's about 3 hours in a week. It's not that much, and it really helps you guys, especially when you're starting. It's amazing.
So my next point is having the joy of the Lord. Oh my goodness, I really like this topic because the joy of the Lord is really contagious. It's like one person's happiness spreads to another person and poof, we're just happy. So like most people spend their whole life searching for happiness, right? That's all we desire. Some people try to find happiness through money, career, relationship, health, power, or other materialistic things. Sadly, even some Christians fall into that way of thinking. But joy is a spiritual force, guys, that's born inside of you, just like the other fruit of the Spirit that we get once we receive Jesus as our Lord. So the more you fellowship you have with the Lord, the more joy you're gonna have. So again, like through Bible reading, services at church, prayer, more you do that, more consistent you are, more people are gonna see the Lord through you, right? Joy is what keeps you going forward when life gets hard. So when you're really stressful, when you have trials, and when you have the joy of the Lord, you have peace. You feel like you can overcome it and the stress doesn't bother you at all. So that's really fun to have. It also keeps you marching forward to finish what God has called you to do.
My last point, guys, is very simple, but it could be kind of difficult to do at first, you know? It's the way you look, outward appearance. I changed a lot. Like when I started going, I have tattoos all over my arm, and when I started going to church, it didn't matter to me. But at some point I started like, it bothered me inside, and I got convicted of it, and I started wearing long sleeves, summer, winter, it didn't matter. But it felt weird if I was wearing long sleeves and going out at 40-degree heat with my friends that are all like in tank tops and shirtless and stuff, and they were all looking at me like, oh wow, look at that Christian, you know, look at that guy. Well, that's how you're supposed to feel, you know what I mean? You're doing something right if people are noticing that you look different. Not different weird, but different good.
In a good way.
If that makes any sense to you guys. And for my wife, when I started courting her and then we got engaged and married, like, I would always tell, like, she would ask me, you know, do I look,
Modest?
Yeah, do I look modest? And I would always say, like, instead of saying, you know, like, oh, do I look pretty? Do I look gorgeous? Do I look like... It was always like, do I look modest? And another example for my wife as well, like whenever we do sports or hiking or whatever, she always wears leggings under her skirt. It's just another way to be a little bit more modest.
And lastly, our last point to maintain a good Christian testimony is to showcase God's love. The world is starving to feel this divine love, right? We all want to be loved and to give love. That's normal. That's what the Lord put in us. As a born-again Christian, you are an example of God's love with people you are in contact with. Okay? You have the privilege to to showcase God's love. So God's love is patient, kind, not rude, not envious, not boastful, if I'm pronouncing it right. It's not mean, you know. You have to be able to quickly forgive and not gossip about people. And if you're doing all that, you're gonna stand out, because usually people don't follow those principles. And if you follow God's principle, you're gonna stand out and people are gonna be amazed by your love that you're showcasing. That's our job. We have to demonstrate the love of the Lord for everyone to see. We want people to look at us and be like, I want what they have. I want to be like them. You have to make sure you're a good role model, because you don't know who's actively watching you.
So guys, that was it. That was it for her 3 points, my 3 points, 6 combined. And basically that's, if you want to apply, if you're new to Christianity, if you just got saved, if you're a little lost, just watching this video, you know, that's my 3 points that really helped me when I started. Even now, if you want to apply it to your life, it's really good. That's what I try to do on a daily basis. And that was it. So guys, if you liked this, like this new series, yeah, just let us know, either like in private or in the comments below, and we're gonna keep doing it because we really like it, and we like putting the Lord first in our lives, and we weren't doing that before, but we will now.
And hit the subscribe button if you didn't, and press the thumbs up if you're a Christian and you love the Lord. And don't forget, on Monday we have another adventure for you waiting.
Yay.
See ya. Bye.
Ciao.